Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Cam Jennings coming at you on behalf of EpicConversions.com. Hope you guys are doing amazing out there. Welcome to another episode of Index Card Insights. Listen, I today want to talk to you guys about the free line. And if you don't know what the free line is, stay tuned. We're going to be talking about it today. Before I get into today's subject, though, and listen, we're not just going to be talking about the free line. I'm going to give you my opinions on the free line. I'm going to give you what I think about the free line. I'm going to give you my opinions on how to handle the free line. We're going to get into it today. But before we get into that, I want to remind everybody to get over to EpicConversions.com, grab your free copy of 12 Secrets. Now, 12 Secrets is going to give you 12 mind-blowing reveals on artificial intelligence and online business. And I want to tell you this. All right, I want you to understand something. 12 Secrets shouldn't be free. I shouldn't have 12 Secrets for free. It's free right now. I'm not going to leave it free. There's no reason under the sun to leave that report free. I'm going to take it up in price. I'll probably take it up to why not? I'll probably revise it a little bit at the end of this year, and I'll take it up to $20. There's no reason not to. No reason under the sun not to do that. So I advise you to get over and get your free copy of 12 Secrets. It's not just some junk throwaway little guide that doesn't matter. It does matter. I don't put out content that doesn't matter. My content does matter. It will help you. It is awesome, and you can use it to better your online business. So be sure to get over there and get your free copy of 12 Secrets. All right. Now you might think, Cam, I think you're full of crap. You're going to leave that thing for free, because that's how you get people on your email list. No, you're wrong. I'm not going to leave it for free. I'm going to take that up in price at the end of the year, and I'm going to replace it with another free thing, all right? And that is going to cost money. So I'm just telling you what I'm going to do. Full transparency. Anyways, that being said, let's get into the free line. What am I talking about? If you don't know what the free line is basically this imaginary line that represents the place where it's the dividing line between the content that you're going to offer for free and the stuff that you're going to charge money for. That's the free line. And depending on how much value is in the stuff you're giving away for free, you're moving the free line, the value line of free. You know what I mean? So that's the free line. Eben Pagan invented that term. That's where I first heard it a long, long time ago. But anyways, the point is that's the free line. That invisible line that determines what kind of content you're going to be giving away for free versus what kind of content you're going to charge money for. That's the free line. So I want to give you 3 insights on the free line. Now look, I have grown as a marketer over the years. Okay, I can tell you right now, the way I view this is not the same way I viewed it even 5 years ago. So it is different now, and I hope that I can spit some wisdom to you. That's what I really hope. The first insight that I can give you, and this might be controversial, but it's the absolute truth as far as I'm concerned. People don't appreciate free content. Okay, they do not appreciate free content. And I say that to you as someone who's giving you free content right now. Index Card Insights is free content. But I can tell you right now that people don't appreciate it the way they should, right? And it's just because it's free. It's free content and they don't appreciate it, right? If you get a book at a garage sale for like 25 cents, maybe you pick it up and read it. It looks interesting, so you grab it. Maybe you'll get to it later on. But if you spend $1,000 for a book that somebody sold you on, if Dana Derricks sold you a $2,500 book, or if Ben Settle sold you, a $300 book, as soon as that thing gets here in the mail, you're reading it. You're taking notes. You're invested in it because literally you invested in it, right? So there's a huge difference in perception when it comes to how people handle free content versus paid content. Now, because of that, I can tell you that people just don't appreciate free stuff. That's the way it is. So what does that mean? All right. If people don't appreciate free stuff, why do free stuff at all? right? That's the next question. If people don't appreciate free stuff, Cam, why do I bother doing free stuff? It takes a lot of time to put out free content. You're right, it does. So if people don't appreciate it, why do I put free content out? I'll tell you why. 4 reasons. 4 reasons I put free content out. I'm going to give them to you right here, okay? Number 1, top of mind awareness. Like, if I am consistently and regularly putting out free content, I stay on people's minds when it comes to my particular niche. I stay relevant in my niche because of the content that I'm consistently putting out. I stay relevant. Doesn't mean they appreciate my content. It doesn't mean they, are really appreciating it like they should, but it does mean that I'm staying on their mind. They're seeing my content. People are attracted to action, and, putting out content regularly is a form of action. Okay, so you stay top of mind. That's the first thing. The second thing is list building. Free content is good for list building. You can direct people to go pick up something to help build your list with your free content. They will listen to you enough to be directed. But as far as like really investing in your free content, they don't really do it that much. It's not appreciated, but it's good for list building. The third thing is audience building, right? List building and audience building. If you're publishing consistent content on a platform, you can build an audience on that platform. You can put that audience on an email list. Free content is amazing for this, right? And then the fourth thing is brand equity. All those 3 things that I just talked about, top of mind awareness, list building, audience building, when you publish consistent free content, it helps build your brand equity. That top of mind awareness is top of mind awareness for your brand, okay? So it builds value in your brand. Your brand becomes more valuable the more people know about it, okay? So that's the reasons why you publish free content. Those 4 reasons alone: top of mind awareness, list building, audience building, and brand equity. These are the reasons why I publish free content. It's not because people are really going to appreciate it. Now, so that being said, the next question is, if people don't appreciate it, but you have these reasons for putting it out, how do you decide what is free and what is paid? How do you decide where the free line is? Before I used to tell people you have to be very smart about it. You have to be very judicious about it. But what I would tell people before is, and this is still true, but what I would tell people before is that, like, every time you create a piece of content, you also create an option. Okay. Now this is very, very important. And when I figured this out, it was like this profound, like, eureka moment for me. But I realized that whenever I create a piece of content, I also create an option, right? And you might think, well, what do you mean by that, Cam? And what I mean is that, like, if I create a piece of free content, I also have created an option to produce the paid version of that content. It doesn't mean I have to create it, but I have an option there. For every piece of paid content that I create, also automatically I've created an option to produce a free version of that content. So every paid version of content has a free counterpart. Every free version of content has a paid counterpart. Content is always double-sided. It's like 2 sides of a coin, right? Every time you produce a piece of content, you also produce an option, right? So this is a really, really profound way to look at content creation, because it means you are doubling what everybody else is doing. When most people create 1 piece of content, you've actually created 2 pieces of content. You've created the content and you've created the option, and it was automatic. It's just a different way of looking at it, but it's very empowering, because you don't just have 1 piece of content. You have the potential to have 2 pieces of content every single time you do it, right? Now, so that being said, yes, every piece of free content does have a paid counterpart. So the problem with that, and this is what I used to tell people before, but what I'm going to tell you now, I want to add on to that a little bit. This is the problem with what I just said. That feels like you got a free pass to just give people, like, amazing amounts of value for free. And as long as you got a paid counterpart, it's okay. Because every free piece of content has a paid option. Every paid piece of content has a free option. So, like, that means no matter what you put in that free content, no matter how far you move the value line, the free line, As long as you top it with the paid content, you're good. But what I'm telling you is that people don't value free content. So you need to be very smart about the kind of content that you put out for free. You can give people a little bit of value for free, but you should always be kind of like talking about your paid stuff. You know, your paid stuff should be the centerpiece. All free content should lead to Rome, and Rome is your paid content, right? And again, for me, like with my free content, a lot of times I'll lead people to my email list. But on my email list, I promote my paid stuff. So that's what I would say about that. I think you need to be careful. And I do think it's really important to remember that people don't appreciate free content. I think that if you produce free content in that way, with that understanding, then it's going to change the way you produce free content. Now, consider this. People hate to learn things, all right? People hate to learn things, but they love to know things, right? So with free content, to me, it's better to like, it's almost like educational junk food, you know what I mean? It's almost like, I'm going to like give you some quick factoids, you know, some quick little educational jolts, right? It's like my son really loves these books, these Ripley's Believe It or Not books. And these books are just like full of factoids, and like they're just like little blurbs, little paragraphs with a really cool picture. And the little paragraph talks about like this guy who like created a car out of toothpicks or whatever. And it's like a little paragraph, but then it's got a picture there where you see the car made out of toothpicks. The whole book's like that. It's full of these factoids. People like stuff like that. It's very popular because it's like people like to know what they don't know, right? But as far as like learning, as far as like, you know, chapters and chapters and chapters about a subject, people hate that. People don't like that. So what I'm saying is, like with free content, it needs to be more like the Ripley's Believe It or Not thing. You know, it needs to be like quick, kind of like just little factoid type deals. Like infotainment type stuff. And then like with your paid content, you know, you can get a little deeper into the woods, right? Why? Why can you get deeper into the woods with the paid content? Because people have raised their hand. They have agreed. They voted with their wallets to learn more about that subject. They've voted with their wallets to actually get into it with you and learn in depth about that subject. And that's why it makes more sense for that kind of content to be paid. I hope that makes sense. You got to understand, with the free content, people don't appreciate free content, all right? So what that means is, you know, it needs to be like educational junk food. It needs to be just like quick little hits, and with the understanding that people aren't really going to take it that seriously. They're not going to really care about it too much, so you don't want to give away too much, okay? You want to kind of give quick little hit, quick little educational junk food, and then push them at the thing that costs money, all right? Because that is where people will actually raise their hand, spend the money, and be willing to actually listen to what you have to say because they've invested in it now. So anyways, that's what I have to say about the free line. I hope that's helpful. Listen, if you want to learn more about stuff like this, be sure to join my ECIC Group Calls Club. That's my mentorship club. You can find that at epicconversions.com. Look for ECIC Group Calls. We meet every single week. We get deep into the woods on subjects like this. So be sure to go over there, check it out. That's all I got. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace now.